Hello, this is Katlyn Klug. I will be talking about 3 different articles for instructional design research. The first article I'll be discussing is written by Abdullah Arslan. It is titled Instructional Design Considerations for a Flipped Classroom. For this article, it focuses and educates teachers on the concept of having a flipped classroom using the instructional design model. A flipped classroom entails changing the learning environment to better suit collaboration between students and allowing the teacher to walk around and assist making sure students are aware of the goals of a flipped classroom, helping students in understanding their responsibilities within the classroom and their own learning, having students complete pre-class activities and scaffolding instruction to meet the needs of all learners. A flipped classroom allows for a chunking of content. It also outlines considerations that should be made for pedagogical design, material activity design, delivery design, and assessments within a flipped classroom. The target audience for this article was teachers within a K-12 and university classrooms. Its purpose was to inform teachers on how to best implement a flipped classroom using the instructional design model. The results of this article was a flipped classroom allows for better teaching from educators and better learning for students and gives space for better understanding and performance on tasks and standards. How I would apply this to my classroom. Students in the 4th grade have a very hard time focusing on lecture style listening. I only have students' attention when I'm speaking for no more than 5 to 10 minutes at a time. I lose them normally after that. Using the flipped classroom model allows collaboration for my students and more hands-on learning. I think this article would be very beneficial for new teachers to educate them on how to implement better collaboration for students, as well as veteran teachers who may still be implementing a more traditional style of teaching with lectures and front-facing student desks. The second article I'll be discussing was written by Lance Hatch and Sarah Clark. It is called A Study of the Instructional Decisions and Lesson Planning Strategies of Highly Effective Rural Elementary School Teachers. This article analyzed and explored the instructional practices of 5 different teachers in a rural school district. This article began by acknowledging the amount of teachers leaving the education field to pursue other careers, and then it highlights the influence rural teachers have on their students. It analyzes what these 5 teachers were doing to influence student achievement within their classrooms. The article described 7 themes that came out of their analysis, being understanding your students, understanding the goals of curriculum and learning objectives, which is a large part of the instructional design model, making sure objectives are clear and concise, not following the school district's supplied programs with fidelity, documenting instructional decisions made, the importance of assessments, which was also a major part of the instructional design model, formally and summatively assessing students and learning objectives, using a variety of teaching strategies, and the ability to improvise when situations arise. The target audience for this article are teachers within K-12 classrooms, and I would also include administration in this audience. The purpose of this article was to explore instructional practices and the process rural teachers take to create their lesson plans and how they prepare to teach objectives to ensure students have mastery of their goals. Teaching involved more than documenting lesson plans, but a major focus on knowing the needs of students and improvising instruction to ensure mastery of objectives through assessment, I would say, would be the results of this design. I would apply this article in several ways. This article was encouraging for me as a 3rd-year educator working on my master's in instructional technology. This article helps to show the importance of meeting your students' needs and using assessment to drive your instruction. It highlights how written lesson plans and curriculum given from your county are not the most important. I like to share this article with the administrator of instruction at my school so that they can encourage teachers with the knowledge and analysis provided by this article. My 3rd article was written by Dr. Sanja A. Earlbeck and Dr. Suzanne Dunn. It is titled Emotional Intelligence, a Missing Link in Preparing Instructional Design Students for Workplace Success. This article discussed the importance of emotional intelligence in instructional design students. It also discusses emotional intelligence being very important within learning goals for students. This article describes how instructional design programs and emotional intelligence go hand in hand and allow students to become leaders and well-rounded employees who can handle problem-solving, stress, and a multitude of decision-making. It describes what emotional intelligence is, why it's important, emotional intelligence and academic preparation, emotional intelligence and profession, and linking research with emotional intelligence, instructional design, and the workplace. The target audience for this article are teachers within K-12 and university classrooms. The purpose is to demonstrate the importance of emotional intelligence in instructional design students as they enter the workforce. And the results of this design show that students need to not only have academic goals and objectives, but emotional intelligence goals as well. Emotional intelligence and instructional design being integrated allows successful students into the workforce. I would apply this in also several ways. When teaching students who come from low-income households or broken homes, emotions play a huge part in how these students learn. When students learn how to be emotionally intelligent and we help them do this, they are able to learn, remember concepts, be able to apply these concepts, use their imagination, handle stress of academics, tests, and life. This article can allow teachers to better understand the roles of emotions and what they play in our students and how we can help prepare them for the workforce and for life. Even though my students are only in the 4th grade, helping them learn to control their emotions now sets them up for success in the long run. I can leave a lasting impact on my students in academics, emotional intelligence, and social intelligence. Here are the 3 references from my articles if you would like to also further read into them.